Okay. Hey guys, this is John, and welcome to Titled Tuesday. It is Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. This is the monthly event on chess.com, 9 rounds of 3+2 blitz. I'm playing an NM, National Master, in the first game here. Clio PL, probably stands for Poland. It's the Polish flag. And let's play this Slavy system. Welcome to everyone watching live on Twitch. And welcome to those of you watching on the archive version in the future on YouTube. All right, I'm fianchettoing my dark square bishop. Nothing too fancy here. E6 was another way to play this if I wanted to stay absolutely solid. But let's keep this bishop able to go to f5 or g4. Keep some options open. I'll play b5. Huge turnout in this one. Everyone stuck indoors playing chess. Almost 800 players. We got Hikaru, Nepomniachtchi. Yeah, some heavy hitters in the mix. Fabiano Caruana. Okay, d4. I like my pawn structure here. It feels like I'm already somewhat more comfortable due to this formation. Okay, a4. Makes sense. Let's take that, and then I'll play knight bd7 next. Hey guys, how's it going? Hello, Persedex. Hello, Polar Cow. Abhishek, hello. 11 Sean, thanks for joining. Griffin. Okay, bishop a3, some pressure on the e-pawn. I think rook e8 is a responsible move. I have this backward pawn on c6, but white has a pawn on b3 that's not looking too hot. So I think it kind of balances out. I'm going to play queen b8. Likely white's going to push b4 to solidify things. Well, I don't know how likely that is, but it would make sense to do so. Maybe I can play knight e4 and try to threaten c5 a couple times. Also maybe line up e5. That's looking nice. Yeah, I like the appearance of this move. Try to get off on the right track here. Hello, Mr. President Noir. And DM no GM. Luns, hello. Distant Fire, greetings. e5, just looking nice. Also briefly looking at this and knight c3, but now let's go for e5. Hi, Common Boa. John, why don't you upload your past Twitch broadcast to YouTube? Asked Perchik. Can I punish this move? Knight takes f2 followed by e4 maybe. It's a possibility. Perchik, I generally think YouTube and Twitch don't mix so well. That's the main reason. I really want to get rid of this knight so I can play e4. I'm just thinking about how to do it, because knight takes f2. I guess that's maybe simple enough. Yeah, let's play that. So generally I have shied away from uploading too many pure Twitch streams to YouTube. I prefer to record them separately. It's more clean and professional in my opinion. Takes with the king. Okay, wasn't expecting that. So looking at e4 here, but also just taking e4. I think both are pretty good options. Let's take. Get the piece back. Also, b3 is going to be tender. Yeah, I really don't know why white took with the king rather than the rook. Okay, take. So now if pawn takes, I had queen h2. Wow. A bold king there. No doubt. Thinking about knight f6, followed by knight e4. I'm also looking for knockout blows here. Just play the knight in, try to play fast. Maybe I allow knight c5, but I think knight g3 moves like that. Or knight h5 rather, looking at the g3 square. Look excellent. This must just be losing for white. He's going to go queen e1. Knight g5, the queen retreats. Let's put some pressure on the e3 point. Hi, C. Caven. Also, this knight can't move because the rook takes a3, so that's nice. Looks pretty rough. I want to play just this capture here. I think that's good. Let's do it. Point being, king takes, walks right into discoveries. Queen takes, I have queen g3 check, king e2, knight c3. And win the queen. Double attack. This is check. All right, there we go. Good start to the tournament. Yeah, really baffling why white played king takes f2 rather than rook takes f2. Much more natural, trying to keep the king safe. But I think even in the case of rook takes f2, this is optically looking nice for black, I would say. Here, let's say queen e2. I think I was considering take. Queen takes. White is on f7. I was thinking even just f5. There's weaknesses here for white. Again, I have this weakness on c6, but it doesn't look nearly as relevant. So lots of ways I can play here. Mouse slip, yeah, it's always possible. Can never rule out the mouse slip, right? See if we can observe somebody high rated here. Let's look at Hikaru's game. He's playing at 2,500. Thanks, Soaking Wet Sigh. I got the coffee ready. I got the LaCroix, the lime LaCroix as well. Do you guys drink this stuff? Flavored mineral water. It's been all the rage the past few years. I go in spurts with it. This stuff actually makes me more thirsty. I think I've talked about this before on stream, but the sparkling water sometimes just makes you even more thirsty. Maybe that's marketing. You want to drink more of them. You're sticking to tea and coffee, says Soaking Wet Sigh. That's not a bad option as well. Yeah, nice to see Fabi in the mix, for sure. Hey, John, will the Art of the Attack chess book go on sale on Chessable? Yes, quite likely. And also, it's very likely we're going to add a video component to that course, too. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, I guess Hikaru won. How about Nepomniachtchi? Sorry this is like so small on the right there, the move list. Looks a little awkward, I know. But I'm also hesitant to mess with my my setup here because the board's going to get messed up. So yeah, we might have to live with some of that open space. I don't know why it suddenly got shrunk. Now we can't even see the standings. That's not good. Is it because I have... Oh, there we go. Okay. It's because I had multiple boards open. Ooh, I see MVL in the mix as well. Look at Eric. He's trying to win 2 bishops versus 1 bishop. Pretty safe to say 2 bishops versus 1 is a draw. Unless white were to blunder huge here. Eric is black. We're looking at this from his perspective. Not like it really matters when there's no pawns on the board. Yeah, so many people probably streaming this. Let's take a look on my Twitch. Yep, quite a few. So that's great for you guys as viewers. Thank you for choosing my stream to watch, by the way. So they're on move number 94 here. Did I see the Komodo versus Stockfish recent endgame? Yeah, that was the same color bishop endgame, right? With bishop f5. I did see that. That was pretty sweet. Did you guys see the Magnus Carlsen match today too? On Chess 24? So much awesome chess going on. I won't spoil it in case someone wants to watch it still, since it is a recent event. How many other games do we have going here? Shall we take a look at MVL's game? If he's still playing. He won. Bishop endgame. Yeah, looks like he ground out a win. Okay. So only 2 games left. Eric probably drew that. Did this tournament used to be 10 rounds? I'm pretty sure it was 9. Then they increased it to 10, and now it's back to 9. Maybe someone can confirm that. This should be winning for black. They're blockading this f-pawn, and I think their king's just going to get in soon. Not sure why black played bishop d7 there. Is there an issue with trying to just run white out of moves? Okay. They're on move 119. Really? I must be missing something. So why can't black play king f5 here? And just go after this h4 pawn? Are they afraid they're going to lose? Something like this. Check. Maybe this is the reason. Ah. Okay. Yeah. And if take here, white gets out of the way and runs the g-pawn. Interesting. Okay. Yep, that has to be calculated. Game number 2. Let's play e4 against this grandmaster. Another Polish grandmaster. Or Polish title player. All right. We got a Sicilian on our hands. Taimanov. Okay, I'll play g3. Little Fianchetto Taimanov. Hi, Craig. Let's go here. Left the knight back for the time being. Sometimes this knight can come out this way. John, imagine if you get paired with MVL. I would love it. Should I try this now? Let's give it a shot. I'll let him play h4. Idea is to go knight c4. Look at this bishop. Look at the d6 square. And go from there. Okay, bishop back. I was thinking just knight d6 in this position. Just scanning to see if anything else makes sense here. No, let's go ahead. He's probably going to play king e7 or king f8. No, he takes. Interesting. Didn't think black would be willing to give up the dark square bishop so easily, but let's see what black has in mind. Queen e7, okay. Bishop f4 looks pretty natural here. Try to keep this wedge on d6. All right, now we have to trade. Okay, I think I should be reasonably happy here. I've got the 2 bishops. Black has a d5 and a d6 weakness. Knight b4 might be slightly annoying, but no, black's not going to go for it. Okay, let's castle. Yeah, don't mind this position at all. MVL will play the Nightorf against you, yes, almost certainly if we get paired. Okay, this knight's a bit poorly placed. Bishop h3 comes to mind, but probably just rook d8 or castles. Maybe f4 here if I want to open this bad boy up. Let's try it. You got a higher rating than the GM. Yeah, that's true. I'm getting paired way down in this game, rating-wise. 240 points. Rook c8. Okay. Natural inclination is always to play a king b1 type move against this. I'll play a3, though, just to stop knight b4 entirely. Thanks, Sidetracked Owl. Glad you liked that video. A lot of people are commenting about the last YouTube video I posted that I stared at the camera for a bit too long at the beginning of the video. Made for a funny comment or two, or 5. Okay, take, knight takes, bishop f4. Nah, I don't see what that achieves. Also think about f5 or rook d6. Maybe f5 if I want to squeeze. Let's play rook d6. It's how we know we're joining the Scandi cult? Right. I got to gaze into your eyes. Now, the reason I did that, if you're curious, and I have done that in the past a couple times, is that sometimes my screen recorder doesn't kick in right away. And I've had this scenario where it cuts off the beginning of a video because I start talking and actually the screen recorder, even though it says it's running, it's not going yet. So just out of habit, I started pausing a little bit, and it sometimes results in awkward situations like that. Although, I have been told, guys, when I've been out on dates, women are always like, I really like your eye contact. You make strong eye contact. So not to brag or anything. But maybe it's for the best that you guys have to gaze deeply into my eyes. All right, knight a1 looks kind of pathetic, so I'm not going to go there. Let's do this. Got to be aware of alignment issues like this, guys. A rook lined up with a king. Wow, he's going to battle with 2 knights versus 2 bishops. I got to say, I'm pretty happy about this. I'm looking to play rook h2 next, I think. Although maybe that allows d5, maybe g4 first. Just really solidify things. Yeah, this should be strong. If I can keep this square under control. These knights are looking a little hobbled. You say awkward, I say sensual. Yes. Says Metz. Okay, I want to swing this rook over, but I don't want to allow knight d4. So let's pull this back for now. Try to improve the bishop, and he's probably going to take the h-file. Yep. Let's push. All right, let's take. Just trying to keep some control here. Maybe a check. Opponent's in time pressure. Try to go after this f6 pawn. Oh, my poor dark square bishop. But maybe it's okay. Okay, I can pick this up. All right, hurry, hurry. Get behind this guy. Take that. We got the increment, so that's helpful. Ooh, and he lost on time. Rook e7, I think, was a good move right at the buzzer, because if black steps up to the 6th rank, I have a check and then pick up the f6 pawn, and then I'm just winning. And importantly, if black goes back, I play this, and yes, they win f5, but I win b6. And with 3 versus 1, white will be winning here. Ooh, yeah, happy to have won the 2 bishops versus 2 knights battles, because as Common Boa just said in the chat, knights are so tricky, so we'll take it. Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for the support. I think he found a good avenue for counterplay, though. I was liking my position pretty much the whole way, but I wish I would have got my rook over to the h-file at some point a little sooner. I wanted to do it right around here, but I didn't want to allow knight d4. So I was trying to have my cake and eat it too, keep those knights out of play, but also take the file. But black might be all right when this happens. My dark square bishop was somewhat awkwardly placed. I actually thought right about the time black played knight c1 that I might have been losing around here, because my bishop is almost running out of squares. But if rook f3, there's bishop h4. Maybe black could force some sort of draw if they just chased my bishop, but I was looking for ways to try to escape. All right. Feeling good today, guys. Let's look at another game. R1. Who else we got? Nepo, how's he doing? Ooh, Nepo lost. Jonathan, I am Jonathan. Taking down Nepo. Yeah, that's right. Score 1 for the IMs named John. I like it, Mr. Jonathan. Nepo lost a piece. Okay. Fabiano? Oh, only 3 games left. Black winning here. White lost on time. Rook versus rook and bishop. Tricky endgame. Usually drawn, but not always. Oh, and here we go. I get an FM. I got paired down again. Battle tips engaged, indeed. Okay, let's try to start with 3 out of 3. That would be phenomenal. Play a mainline Slav. All right. We're going to have some usual stuff here. Solid line. What do I want to do against this? Queen b3. I know this move isn't supposed to be that promising for white. I think the move is a5, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to play queen b6. Because if a5, you have to be ready for knight a2. Plays e4. Ah, is he going for some bishop takes e6 business? Perhaps. Let's find out. For now, he won't, because this is defending. Okay. Taking on c3 is definitely critical here. I'm going to do it. He'll probably take with the queen, but then I have knight takes e4 with tempo. So I am going to try to keep this pawn. He's probably going to blast open with d5 somewhere. Queen takes c3, knight takes e4. And I would not be surprised to see him play d5 very soon to try to get compensation, because otherwise this looks great for me. I think he pretty much has to play queen takes c3 here. So I'm just trying to think how the game might go if he does. Knight takes e4, queen c2, bishop f5, d5. That should be all right, so let's try to do it. I'm thinking on d5, play knight e to c5, and then capture on d5. Okay, plays there, but I was thinking knight d6. Then take, and I'm on the bishop on e3. Ooh, another 2 bishops versus 2 knights position. This time I have the knights and an extra pawn. It's a nice extra pawn to have. I got the Slav Scandi structure, light square restriction structure, and this pawn is isolated. Bishop d3. Knight takes d4 is the obvious thing to do here. Knight takes e3 makes sense as well. Just debating between the two. He's going to get some compensation. I'm going to take this one. And then probably play g6 next. Yeah, just build on the light squares. Could have got greedy there, but I wasn't sure about knight takes d4 and then queen c3. So let's play it this way. Okay. c5. Can he play b4? b4 is annoying. All right, got a castle. So he might win the pawn back. It's kind of looking like it. I'll play knight e5, try for some play here. Probably could have played that better, but decisions were made. This bishop is very entrenched here on b7, but I'm not sure how great that is for him. We'll find out. I mean, queens are usually not great blockaders, but for now it's doing the job. He can check here. How do I work my way out of this? Because I basically can't move my queen. It's kind of a standoff situation. I'm very solid, though, otherwise. So he needs to figure out some way to make progress here. Okay, let's try to trade one pair of rooks, and then I'll play f6. If he plays rook e4, trade and then play f6 most likely. All right, time pressure. On e4, I can play rook d4, is my thinking. Ooh, maybe that's sketchy, though. I don't know. Queen e3 at that point. This rook's undefended, possibly playing with fire here, but he has no time. Go back. You know what? Let's gamble. He's low on time. Let's play for the win. Possibly a gamble that will not pay off, but we'll find out. Oh. Yep, definitely looks like it's not going to pay off. Just play fast. Ah. He defended well. Up a couple queens here. I think he's going to get the job done. Okay. Oof. I took a risk. My rook on d2 being undefended did me in. Yeah, probably should have agreed to the perpetual, but it was interesting. He was actually severely low on time at this point. I wonder if I could have, like, confused him somehow. I didn't realize how low he was. I mean, I'm low too, but 1.2 seconds. I wonder if I would have played rook d4 if he would have pre-moved queen takes d2. Hindsight 2020, right? I almost thought I had a chance right around here, but he saw all the tactics. You know, 2 pawns connected. That was fun. Okay, what else do we have going on here? Fidel Corrales. You're glad I went for the win, James? Thank you. Yeah, might as well, right? It takes an absolutely massive score to place in this tournament. So, play to win. It's good practice. Tomanome, thank you for subscribing. It says Go John. Thank you, Tomanome. Was there a knight d3 fork after the rook exchange? I think I was always pinned with white's queen on f4 towards my queen on c7. That was the essential problem I was grappling with in the middle game. But it's possible. Around the time white played queen h6, I thought I might have had something there, but couldn't really figure it out. Yeah, that was very interesting. I agree. That dynamic going on in the middle game. White did a good job of getting compensation. Possibly knight takes d4 is critical instead of knight takes e3. However, I just really wasn't sure. Ooh, rook takes g4. Miracle saved by white. Nick Mata. I know Nick Mata. Nicely spotted, sir. Yeah, rook takes g4 was nice. Saving the draw. So, who do we have next? Chessically Inclined. Hello to Chessically Inclined. Let's play knight f3. This is a streamer. Arrivas, thank you for joining. This is after 3 years of following. I'm finally part of the chat. Good to hear. Yeah, this is a pretty epic title Tuesday. I agree. Okay, I never really seem to get an edge against this system, but I'll do my best here. C5. I'll just play queen d2. Black can't take yet because of the pressure here. I mean, they couldn't play knight c6, but I doubt they'll do that. So queen d2 looks sensible. Just make sure that this is defended. Yes, this is FIDE Master Jason Moorfield. Streams quite a bit. Takes on d4. Yeah, I was thinking about just knight takes d4 against this. Looks a little more comfortable for white. Knight c6 might be critical here. Trade, and then if I trade on d8 and go for e7, he's going to get his pawn back. So, yeah, probably smart that he did that. I'm looking for a way to keep a little bit of an edge. Maybe take, rook over? Perhaps. Let's try that. I'm a little bit better developed here, and I'm hoping that translates to an advantage. Plays f6. Okay, well, that's a start for me. Let's pull this here. I'm going to get control of the D file. This is like my best Ulf Andersson impression right here. This is an endgame the Swedish Grandmaster would probably win as white. John, would you rather have 99 draws and 1 win or 50 wins and 50 losses? Oh, I mean, I think most people would rather have 50 wins and 50 losses. Everything else being equal. I mean, 99 draws out of 100 plus 1. Okay, great, but that sounds super boring. B4 runs into bishop c3, so not liking that. So let's just play b3. It's one of these positions where it feels like black is very close to equality, but it's annoying to play. For black, that is. Do you still go to Starbucks? You know, I have not been during these quarantine times, unfortunately. Okay, let's come in. The Starbucks drive-thru is open, but I've never been a drive-thru kind of guy, so yeah, I haven't really partaken. Okay, bishop e5. Thinking about this rook here, maybe black will play king e6. Could try to double up, but I feel like he's trying to play bishop d6 is what's on deck here. But then I have rook takes d6 if he does that. So maybe rook b7 is just decent here. Yeah, let's do that. You might have to give a pawn at some point in order to defend one of these pawns. Probably the a pawn, if he's going to give it up. This makes it hard for black to play a5 as well, because I take here. So on king e6, I double, and it's a double attack. That's the thing that I was missing for a while. Yeah, so he wants to trade. Just bring this in. Don't think my rook's going to get trapped. It's just too hard for white to approach it. So I've got bishop g5 ideas, bishop f4 if I really want to swap. Yeah, let's just go here for now. Maybe king f3, e4. Way to make progress next. Ah, he's going to play king d8. Okay. King d8 threatening king c8. All right, so I think now I got to go here. But I'm okay with this. The rook still occupies a really annoying spot. Up on the clock. Usually you want to play for activity. So again, like I still feel he's probably going to play rook d8 or something at some point, and he does. Okay. Let's keep everything solid here. Okay, he might be making a couple errors. A5 might be time for this. Let's do it. Trying to make him go passive. Banishes king to the side of the board. Okay, up 2 pawns. Feels winning. Ah, did I allow him to take? Ooh, he maybe could have taken there. On f5. But now how does he stop this pawn? And this guy coming. Oh, man. Really? Wow. This is a draw. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Oh, my gosh. Oh, where did I blow that? King e6? Can I really? Oh, no. He can't take the pawn. Rook takes f7 is not a threat. But it's kind of a weird situation because, no, yeah, I just got to play some sort of waiting move, like king c2 or king e2. Draw. Unfortunate. Yeah, I think if I just play a waiting move here, it's just a simple win. Like king e2, not even a waiting move, just go attack his rook. For some reason, I hallucinated and I thought that this was possible, but just here. Oof. Brutal. Brutal. John, you've been studying endgames too much. Your mind is still in recovery. It's possible. I mean, that's not really an endgame thing. That's just like a pure calculation thing, because that should just be straightforward, but for some reason, yeah, I thought that rook takes f7 was a threat. Civil Gorilla, thank you for subscribing. That was tough. Blundered right at the buzzer. That being said, could he have just played rook takes f5 here? Let's trade. I can try to get to the other side of the pawn, but I don't get there in time. Interesting. Yep, I think I was squeezing him pretty nicely there. Just didn't convert. Okay, let's see again what's going on in the tournament. Ooh, there's Penguin up there at the top. Not sure how he did in this round. This was the 4th game. Oh, this is from last round, right? I think the games are not updating. 1 game remaining in this round. Black totally winning. There you have it. Okay. All right. Last 2 games have been rather rocky, but playing pretty well, I think. How long since my last Title Tuesday? It's been a while. It's probably been maybe 6 months, maybe more. John, you need a 100 endgames emote. I think you might be right. Well, it could just be the following. You know, the 100 emoji. It could just be that. This one. But you're right, a custom emote would be cool. Oh, there's a 5-minute break. Ooh, okay. Planned 5-minute break. Well, that gives me a moment to mention that 100 endgames you must know is on 50% discount right now. So if you guys are interested, I'll put it in the Twitch chat. This sale ends tomorrow. It's been going on for the past week. So if you're interested in that course, after having me just blown that endgame yesterday in my YouTube video, and also this one I played here, although again, that wasn't really 100 endgames position. Take a look. You might be able to learn something yourself. So thank you guys for your consideration. Is it good for beginners? It does assume some knowledge, Beelzebub, but it's the type of endgame course that you will look back on for many years, I hope. Because the endgames and the theory never goes out of style. It's always useful to know. But it does have beginner content in there for sure. Some of the early chapters. Pawn endgames, the rule of the square, opposition, key squares, basic rook endings, all basic type of endings, working up to more complicated stuff. But it assumes you know how to win, positions like king and queen against king and rook against king. It doesn't go over that stuff. Nice MG streak. Do you know them all by heart? I wouldn't say I know every single variation in the 100 endings because some of them are quite involved. But I definitely remember the theory and the ideas in almost all of them, if not the exact moves. Thank you, Kanapka. Wait, king and rook versus king is winning, says Pequash. Yes. Shocking. Hey, John, did you guys modify the 100 endgames text at all when you made the videos? Seemed like some exercises had errors previously. I did not modify anything. I don't know if our team did or not. I'm not aware of anything specifically that they did. They might have fixed up a few variations because the 100 endgames course has been around on our site for a while. Thanks, Crafty Ref. Okay, I'm going to take advantage of this break and run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back, guys. On 2.5 out of 4. Let's make a final push in the second half of this tournament. 5 rounds remaining. All right. This tournament is flying, actually. I mean, we're just over 45 minutes in, and we're already 4 minutes. Or 4 minutes. 4 rounds. 4 rounds done. 5 more to go. Yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well with the lockdown. Okay. Amin Malai. Let's play e4 again. An Iranian IM. Iran is a strong chess country. Obviously with Firouzja and Parhamov as the big guns. Let's play d3. Okay. I don't know anything about this line. Bishop d6. It's kind of a funky looking move. Always awkward move because you block the d pawn. Yeah, that's true. I think Firouzja's playing under the international flag at the moment. Wow, he's going to let me win a pawn if I want. Kind of hard to say no to that. You guys know me. All right, let's do it. Is he going to go for d5? Feels like he might. Okay, let's take. Queen trades and pawn grabs. That's the name of the game, guys. 2 things I really enjoy doing. This looks like a pretty healthy pawn to me. Try to go bishop f4. Maybe you're able to stick this bishop on h2. Is he going to try for d4? Perhaps. But that blocks one bishop at least. But you know what? Let's try to do this. And maybe I can even succeed in stopping c5. Develop. Thanks, Clint Bow. Appreciate you tuning in. Feels like he wants c5. Play solid. f6. Okay, just developing. Let's control this pawn in case I want to play for b4 and clamp. Okay. Well, he's certainly throwing stuff at me. Let's jump. Now, if he takes with the knight, he would lose the g6 square. I could play queen g6, so doesn't do that. So trying to put pressure on this. f3 is in the air now. I think I heard that as well. Placenta jerky. Somewhat disturbing username there. Aggressive player? Yeah. He's trying to get compensation. Makes sense. I'd predict bishop f5 here. That way on f3 he can play knight g3. He takes. Okay. Do I want to take e4? Does it matter? Could take e4, throw in that move. Nah, let's just take back. Simple chess. Step here. I don't think I have to be concerned about this for the moment. It's an alignment, but I don't see what he's going to do with that alignment. So just put the bishop on d4 for now. Until he defends that bishop. Plays king f7. Okay. All right, I'm going to take now. f3. Maybe h4 to come. Let's do it. Let's open this up. Got to try to probe and create some weaknesses on his king side. Really want this bishop to have more targets. Okay, let's take. Queen f4. Bishop takes f6, looks nice, but does it do anything? Probably not. Okay, let's just try to get doubled up here. Looks good. I got defense of this. What is the next step? Rook e7 and maybe some mating ideas? It's close. Yeah, rook e7, and I can go after his king, but I feel like first I want to secure my king. So let's just step over, just so he can't take with check in the future. All right, I'm going to go for it now. Because I get queen d6 check, which looks absolutely crushing. Take here. And since he can't take this, I mean, this is a huge problem. This double attack. Let's check. And that'll be it. All right. That was better. Clearly a smoother game. And I'm glad I didn't hesitate much after rook e7. Just instinctively, this feels winning. I mean, I saw I had queen d6, and these pawns were falling, and my king was safe. He needs 2 moves to take the pawn and set something else up. So I think h4 is kind of an instructive move on that one, guys. So looking to change the pawn structure, he's got a bit of a soft chain right here. My bishop's already pointing at one of the weaknesses. His king is also kind of off kilter. Maybe he should play king g6 here. Although on that, something like this and the rook coming over looks nice. Maybe black's still in the game, though. Thanks, guys. Okay. Let's see if we can observe a critical matchup here. Mickey Tarian, Sam Chessmood. A lot of people on 4 out of 4. Including these 2 players. Fireheart. This looks like Adiban Bhaskaran. Very strong Indian Grandmaster. Against Sib Elephant, who I recognize that username. I don't know who that is. Black wins. Who else we got here? Another 4-on-4 matchup. Same color bishop ending. First sight, this looks very tough for black, and now just losing. That bishop ran out of squares. King g5. Yeah. Easily winning for whites. Big fish. And Sfedoseev loses to Severomorsk. This player is quite strong. I see them entitled Tuesdays. What does this mean? Like a yellow diamond. Haven't seen that before. I am Swimmer Chess beats Lei Kwang Liem. Demchenko versus Kazubov, draw. Both players on 4.5. How about Jaspam? Jaspam wins. He's on to 5. Okay. Another player on 5. This IM. Tough tournament. No doubt. This is a 3.5 matchup. Feels like this should be winning for white, but black has the queen and a lot of checks. This could go on for a while. They're already on move 99. I guess white's going to try to move their king up and play rook h6. John, what is your favorite time control? Really depends. I don't have a clear favorite. If I'm streaming, I like to play 3-minute or 5-minute. I think that's pretty good, playing blitz. But for improvement purposes, I recommend people play rapid chess. I'd say 10 minutes per side at the bare minimum. 15 plus 10 is better. It's good to play with an increment. And the longer the time control, the better. So if you can find the time to play 30-minute games, that's great. 2 leagues on Lee Chess that I think are excellent are the Lone Wolf League. Those are 30 plus 30 games. And the 45 plus 45 League. Oh, this is a nice potential perpetual net for black. They're trying to win this e4 pawn if ever this rook moves. So if white blocks, black can take here. But maybe they don't have to. Yeah, maybe they just have a draw. Yeah, that's funny. Black can check on these squares as needed. Actually, even just e6, g6, right? All right. Round 6, let's do this. Playing WIM Wildcat 99 from the US. I don't know who this is. Let's play c5. Why not? Okay, I'll play e6. Kind of a Tarrasch structure. This, I feel, should be nice for black to wedge the pawn up with tempo. No Scandi this time, sadly. Not happening. Okay, let's go e5. Maybe e4 is annoying. Oops, now I get this check. Very tempting. I can also pin with bishop g4 or check and then play bishop g4. If I check knight d2, e4, maybe white just plays a3. And white might be okay there. Okay, I'm going to check. And on knight d2, I might play a5 just to stop a3 followed by b4. I know this move looks weird, and the inclination is to want to pressure this, but I don't think I'm quite ready for e4. So I'm just going to take measures against this typical Benoni-style counterplay that white might like to line up. So yeah, I'll just play it like this. That bishop on b2 should be a poor piece for white. It's usually not good staring at these pawns in this type of formation. But a lot of chess to be played, so we'll see what happens. Okay, some interesting play here. White trying to get a grip on this. Really want to stop b4, so I'm glad I have multiple pieces aimed there. I could think about knight f4 in the future. Let's play knight f4. I know I allow knight b6, but... Ooh, okay. Let's take... Queen g5 and knight e6 come to mind here. Let's play queen g5. Threatening mate in 1. So g3, I'm thinking knight e6 and put pressure here. Kolabik, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I appreciate everyone's support. Even the follows. Thank you guys for watching. John, were you the best chess player in the entire US for high school students in 2001? Well, that's a bit subjective. I did win the national high school tournament for the US that year. So yeah, it's one of my proudest chess memories. I went 7-0 in that tournament. I was, I believe, roughly the 10th seed. I was rated only a little over 2100 at the time, which tells you how far chess has come, especially among the younger demographic. I mean, I might be top 50 barely with the 2100 rating these days if I played that tournament. I feel like I should just be able to win this pawn. But white's going to play for knight d5 maybe, but don't actually think that matters much. Maybe I should go rook a7 anyways, though, just to be safe. Yeah, I think so. Now take. But yeah, it's an awesome chess memory of mine winning that tournament. Definitely my favorite single tournament achievement. I was a freshman in high school, so that means first year in high school. So I was 15 years old. Okay, I'm up a pawn here. Maybe they're looking at knight f6 type stuff. Yeah, I do have to watch out for knight f6. And also watch my time a bit. Knight f6, knight d7 was a threat. Sneaky. Maybe I could have played f5. Nah, probably good I didn't. Takes, and they would have been on the knight on e6. Maybe b5 here. This looks good. Whoa. Was not expecting that move. Okay. Doesn't seem like it should work for white. Although it looks scary. But how does white get more attackers in the game? So I can play bishop d8 coming up. Yeah, let's just take. Go queen here. Give back a piece, but I had to anyways. So, yeah, just trade. Defend f7. And I'll go for bishop g5 next. Attacking the rook, threatening g2. Okay, we'll keep that simple. I thought I was going to play king g7. Okay, so we got that victory. Yeah, white just got kind of desperate with knight f6, although, again, admittedly, that was not on my radar. Who is Wildcat 99? Does they have the U.S. flag? Oh, but Ho Chi Minh City. Okay, yeah, I don't know that player at all. So this was a reverse Benoni structure, but I think this is just not good for white. The knight's misplaced. The bishop is just kind of biting on granite here against those two pawns. a5, good move to remember in these structures, guys, because point is, let's say I castle here. White wants to go a3 followed by b4 and get these queenside pawns flowing. But yeah, I felt pretty good about that. Yeah, good score so far. Let's peek at a game. Again, the games are not updating very fast. Let's check out a top dude. Kovalenko versus Sib Elephant. Dux291, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. John, could you review your 2000 U.S. championship games sometime? So, yeah, U.S. High school championship, National High School Championship. I would like to do that. I have thought about that for a while. I think that would be a really cool YouTube series. It'd be great for me. It'd be going down memory road. So, yeah, I'll do that at some point. Thanks for the suggestion. Okay, this is a draw. White just has to avoid flagging. c6, yep, easiest way to draw. And just take the pawn. Or not. Or not. But that game is going to be drawn. Who else do we have? Bortnik. Ooh, this IM is going to be on 6 out of 6 here. Rook takes f2. Keep it very simple. Provided they don't stalemate. Tomino. Wow, very strong score. Okay. Another player on 6 out of 6. Aravind. Yep. He's often in the mix. I see him. Trying to see how Fabiano, Hikaru is 5.5 out of 6. Okay, so he must have just drawn. Where's MVL? We know MVL took a bit of a hit early on. I think he had at least a draw, maybe more. Fabiano's on 5 out of 6. Tough stuff. Okay, who do we have left here? White's up a cajillion pawns in this position. Again, just has to avoid stalemate. Pretty sure you're going to win with 4 pawns. Is he going to play c6 and get connect 4 on the 6 rank? Not quite. Yeah, he's choosing the sanest route here. Just prepare the rook coming down. And this should be the last game. Ooh, white got skewered. Oh, white just lost king and rook against king and rook, I think, in that game. All right. We have a grandmaster. Gandhi Vam. Arjun Uragasi. Okay. Good opportunity for us here, guys. I'm looking for the win here. C6. I often take on D5. Let's do that. Let's keep it very simple. Just queen C2. Okay, let's play bishop G5. Create a little imbalance. Teeny tiny imbalance. Pawn on F6. Maybe weakening. Okay, let's take castle. I'll try to go for b4. The typical b4, b5. Because I can maybe play it without proper preparation. Okay, not anymore. Go a3. I'm happy. I like these types of positions. Knight coming in. Yeah, quite a high rating for him. You're right, DS Twitch. Good opportunity. Go here, trying to provoke b6, and then I'm going to go knight back to a4. Okay. Let's play rook b1. So long term, I might like to play a4 followed by b5, but it's going to take some preparation. Do some maneuvering. f5. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's try to get a grip on the e5 square. Interesting move. I create a backward pawn here, but if I can establish a knight on e5, I'll really be in business. Also, this knight can't move, note. Because if he plays knight g6, he drops the f5 pawn. Now he's giving me a6 if I want it. But no, let's step here. Piece might get trapped if I take. All right. Let's fortify. Very interesting setup right here. Gonna get this in the game. He'll probably take. And g5. Yeah, he's looking to make it sharp. I'm going to take. I don't think I mind this. I have pressure. This knight is a problem. It needs to be improved. So let's go here. Old Coyote, thanks for the $5. Says, you are a great teacher. Thanks for all you do. Hey, Thank you, Old Coyote. Very much appreciate that. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Feels like he might play knight d6 to try to work into these squares, but there is this open question about the a6, b6 pawns. They're kind of fragile. Does play that. This is risky, but I'm going to do it. I want to win. So this is the essential problem with potentially taking that pawn. Calculating here. All right, let's take this guy. Maybe he'll play knight c4. It's very tricky. Nope. Got to keep g2 guarded. Oh, that's a super annoying move. Feel like I'm going to run into rook takes g2 here, but a dwindling time, and that is mate. All right. Yeah, nicely played by him. Strong players are so good at shifting gears, and he took the play from the queen side over to the king side pretty nicely. Rook g8 in this plan of g5. Very unusual for this. Yeah, this is a hard position to handle after bishop takes a6, but in fairness, I think he has good play at this point. Black might be better here. Definitely black was better on the clock. So I was kind of slipping back into my old ways at that point. But he played very well. f4, nice move. f4 if I take with a pawn. So he gives a check here. I have to play rook f1. Thanks for the bits, guys, by the way. Danny T, knight c8. Appreciate that. Yeah, I have to play rook f1, and then I saw that there was this line. It's trades, and then he takes... Oh, he can't take c3. Ah, I thought that was hanging, but it's actually defended by my rook. Maybe this is acceptable. Thought that knight was loose, but no, in fact, that... you know why that visualization error probably occurred? That's instructive, but in this position, the rook is obscured from defending c3 by the pawn on e3. But when f4 is played, that avenue is open. Hey, Chess Explained. Good to see you, Christoph. Yeah, I agree. Looked good for black. Black had the initiative, but maybe I could take here. Maybe in hindsight, this was the best way to play. Very messy, though. It's going to favor the player who has more time for sure. All right. Who else we got here? So going into this round, there were 5 players on 6 out of 6. Mkhitaryan, one of them? Yep. Okay. Let's check that game out then. Ooh, black has no time here. Desperately trying to defend. Can white keep this last pawn? Maybe white can't. a3. King d5. King b5. Oh, give up the knight. Look at that. Brilliant. Very nicely played by white. I was expecting king b5 here. Which probably also... No, maybe it doesn't win. And black can keep attacking the knight. But Mkhitaryan found a nice way to play that. What about Tamino? This IM. They're in a drawn position against Azeri chess. Is this Mamadjarov? Yep. Another super GM in the mix. Shakhriyar Mamadjarov. He's going to try to win this 2 versus 1. Pretty tough one to win, though. John, you got to play the Scandi next game, says Shri. We will see. Rook G5, yep. Pretty tough fortress to break down here. Yeah, this tournament's absolutely stacked. This was actually a double Title Tuesday because they now have 2 Title Tuesday events per month on the same day, first Tuesday of the month. But the early one got canceled today due to some server issues apparently on chess.com. So they doubled the prize fund for this one and they're just running one of them. So draw there. Very good performance by that IM. What about Nepo? Nepo wins. All right. Wonder how Naka did. Don't see him up here. Standings wise. Yeah, Naka was trailing by a half point. Two more rounds left, guys. I've secured an even score for the tournament, but let's try to get +2. This could be one of the biggest online tournaments ever. I wonder what their record in the past has been for Title Tuesday. Yeah, 9 rounds. I think Eric Rosen is playing, yeah. Would love 6.5. If I could even get 5.5, that would be good, but I'm going to try to push for 2 victories these last 2 games. 6.5 would be awesome. Not sure what games are left, if any. What am I drinking? No, this is LaCroix. It is not Heineken. It is lime LaCroix. Just sparkling water. Is that your favorite flavor? I don't really have a favorite with LaCroix. I like the pomegranate, actually, probably more than any other flavor. But coffee is obviously far better than sparkling water anyways. This coffee is quite warm at this point. Maybe I'll get one more cup before the final round. But waiting on the pairings here. Do you guys know what game is the only one going? There's got to be some game that's in some rook and bishop versus rook ending or something. Mkhitaryan on 7 out of 7. Yeah, he is young player, very strong. Oh, 5-minute break. Oh, great. 2 minutes left in the break. All right, I'm going to run, go grab some coffee. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. John walked out of the room just like he walked out of my life. You must have been one of those people on YouTube waiting for a video for months, and I just never delivered. Thanks again to the nearly 400 of you who are viewing. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. I have been streaming more often on Twitch, so if this is your first time watching me, feel free to follow. And my streams are generally just pretty chill. Hang out, play viewers, talk chess improvement, talk current events in the chess world. Let's play e4. I seem to be doing better with e4, so play king's pawn. Tin Man wins again. I know I played... Whoa. The Grob. The spike. Okay. This looks like a very suspect version of the Scandi. Let's see what happens. C4. Interesting. I'll be curious how they can make this work. I've seen crazier things, I guess. Just develop. Usually not a good policy to try to refute openings like this in a 3-minute game. So we'll just see what happens. Now I get to play pretty actively, though. Bishop c4. Force e6, which looks really ugly. Knight e4 is a nice clamp. Also thinking about queen f3. Yeah, let's bring the queen into the game. There's bishop takes c5, but I think I can take f7 at the bare minimum. This move might allow just knight e4, which looks pretty tough for black. A lot of piece play here. This might be the first time I've ever had e4, g5, though, given that I don't really play. Ooh, okay. Check. It's also obviously knight d6. Knight d6 is going to be strong. King f8, I have a mate here. Knight g6. Knight g6 is landing against a lot of stuff. Yeah, let's just bank the material. Threaten various things. Mate and 2 threat. I can take and then play knight takes f5. That looks pretty convincing. I can also just check and go take the bishop on c8. So kind of a matter of choice which way to go here. Take. Just looks very good, but I like free material too, so let's do that one. All right. Well, that was unexpected. Usually, if you're going to play that way, you don't immediately strike in the center. So I think typically the only way to make this playable is if you play h6. Chick, thanks for the 100 bits. Who is Tin Man wins again? Anon. Well, I guess they're having some fun. You know what this means, though? We get a chance to watch some of the big guns. Oh, Mkhitaryan versus Hikaru. Let's go. This will be interesting. First sight, I really like White's position here. Wedge the bishop on e6. Build pressure against Black's king. Yeah, bishop e6 is just begging to be played. Stop king g8. Thanks, DMNO. Maybe a mouse slip. Yep, can't ever rule that out. Although, again, pairing g5 with d5 seems extremely provocative. Seems like Black meant to play that way. Christoph says just 1-0 normally. I assume you're talking about this. Yeah, I agree. This just looks very poor for black. Where's black's counterplay coming from? Naka getting creative here. Knight c6. Looking for some counterplay. Mkhitaryan. I like this guy. Seen him play a little bit in the past. This is he's from Armenia. Haik Martirosyan. I want to say he maybe goes to one of the universities here in the US, but I could be wrong about that. He's loading up against g6. And here we go. Queen g4, king h6. Black barely hanging on, but bishop f7 is going to decide next move, right? Attacks the knight, threatens queen g6 mate. Oof, wipe out. So Hikaru's going to give the piece. Certainly this is not going to work. He's giving the piece. Good knight. Wow, impressive. How did black get such a bad position out of that? Hikaru parted with his light square bishop in this fianchetto King's Indian. Yeah, looks like he maybe misassessed the position. Maybe got a little bit too aggressive with his pawns, even though this is something you usually do. Probably f4 is the move that he's going to be kicking himself over. Nice adjustment here by white. h4, bishop h3. So Mkhitaryan on 8-8. Haik Martirosyan, impressive. Let's see Tomino versus Nepomniachtchi. Are they, what are the standings like here? Okay, Zavin Chessmood and also Mamedyarov are playing, so maybe we should watch them. Although they might be done by now. Okay, let's watch this game. Nepo trying to do something here. Yeah, agreed. That was an absolute demolition job. Who else imagines Hikaru furiously drawing arrows on his board as he lost that, says Keith. Yeah, very likely. Certainly he was not happy. Okay, now does black take here and take f2? And then bishop takes g3. Looks pretty tough. Black's going to take stuff with check, and white just resign. Okay. So Nepo's going to be on 7 points. Oh, these guys... Okay, these guys already played their game, so they're on 7. So these guys have a chance to get to... Let's see. Zavgorod and Igor Kovalenko. Oh, they're playing each other. Okay, so if one of these guys can play, or can win, rather, they will be a half point behind Mkhitaryan. But looks like white's just winning. So it looks like this Ukrainian IM, will play Mkhitaryan in the final game. If he can convert. A lot of weird stuff happens in Title Tuesday, and this may not even be that clear, to be honest. King e4. Oh, king d6. Ooh, knight takes d4 maybe was interesting there, followed by king c5. Oh no, but white had king c3 to defend both. Okay, yeah. So white should be winning. Keep this pawn. Or give the pawn back. Maybe black will sack their knight for it at some point, and we can see bishop and knight versus king. Yeah, bishop g8 wants to create this barricade. Keep this barricade going. Are there 3 Armenians on the top? Well, yes, there are. Sam Chessmood and Zavin Andreasen, also a Chessmood guy. I don't know who Sam Chessmood is. You can see why they're on top of the Olympiad standings every year. Competing for first place so often. They know chess in that country. Okay. Ooh, did white blunder? No. Knight d2. Still not easy. Knight b5 check. Check. Not much time. What's going on here? This knight is just whirling dervish. D6 finally. Oh, did white blow it? I think black is securing a draw here. They just won a knight for free, and now they're going to sack their knight for the pawn. Wow, draw. That definitely helps Mkhitaryan. He is going to be a full point ahead going into the final round. By my calculations. Yeah, no one can catch him here as far as being within less than a point. Nice situation for him to have at least a tie for first. His tiebreakers are probably pretty good too. But he'll certainly be looking for a draw in the last round at minimum. Okay, this is looking drawn. These players trying to get to 7. How about wonderful time? Chess.com regular. Okay, let's watch this for a moment. Rook and knight versus rook. A much easier draw than rook and bishop versus rook. Just not as many traps to fall into, but you know, knight's always a tricky piece. If you have a knight, you have a chance. And if the king gets stuck on the side of the board, of course, black will have chances. The white king, that is. Thanks, Eschner. Naka is insinuating his opponent cheated on his stream. Well, that's not good. Not good to insinuate that, and nobody likes that in a tournament, especially when there's professionals involved. I mean, certainly Title Tuesday has had its fair share of cheaters. It's a pervasive issue on Title Tuesday, but looks to me in that game, Naka just got straight up crushed and did not play that well. Again, like he loosened his light squares. And Mkhitaryan is a strong player. But that's something that's totally in chess.com's control. They track these games very closely. Okay, so this was a draw. Last game of the round here. Black's still trying to win this. This is reminiscent of that ending Eric Hansen had in round 1 with 2 bishops versus 1. I'd rather have this, though, because at least as black you have the knight, so you have a chance to fork them. With 2 bishops versus 1 bishop, you just set up a fortress on the same color as your bishop, and there's like nothing the other side can do. But again, you have a knight, you have a chance. You have a chance to swindle your opponent. Thanks, Eschner. Appreciate that, my friend. Okay, they're on move 152, so they got to be getting close to a draw here. Let's try to do this in the last round, guys. Hashtag Team Scandy in the chat. Let's do this. Let's end strong. You guys feel 6.5? Come on. I got some fresh coffee. I got the full Team Scandy support behind me. Hashtag not a cult. Come on, E4. Oh, okay. We can still play D5. All right, all right. TC Ryder, thanks for the 100 bits. Says good luck in the last round. Thank you very much. Let's try to play this a little more dynamically. Drop the bishop back. And develop. Oh, he wants E4. All right, let's play this just to make life a little difficult for him if he wants to achieve that. He could play A3, bishop A5, B4. Ooh, he's going to play knight E5. Well, okay, I'll take. I mean, I'm grateful that he's offering to unbalance the game, so yeah, I'm happy to see this. Okay, I can trade d3 and then maybe knight c5 and some sort of eventual occupation of e4. Considering that. Don't want to spend an inordinate amount of time, though. Okay, let's trade. Let's do it. Or do I want to just castle? I mean, queen e2. Let's jump. I actually kind of want to induce him to play a3 before I trade on c3. That's my thinking. But it depends where he puts his queen. Let's see. Plays queen c2, so he's daring me to take on c4. He says, "You're full of it, John. I don't believe you." And as we've already established in this stream, I like to grab pawns. So I'm going for it. Okay, queen h4 comes to mind. Queen h4 looks a little annoying for him. But also queen b6 so I can maintain the potential defense of the pawn on c4. The real top-notch. Thank you for subscribing, sir. Or madam. Appreciate it. All right. Let's take. Queen b5. I want to keep this pawn, for sure. Rook d4 would be an interesting move here. Although it will misplace that rook, it looks like, if white goes for that. But maybe they're considering it. Could perhaps play rook d8 and then try to give a check on e1 if white goes that route. Kind of like the look of that. So rook d4, rook d8, rook takes c4, rook e1, rook d1 check, force king f2. Looks super awkward. Okay. Let's pull this here. Try to keep a bit of a time edge if possible. Now I'm covering d4 as well. Send the queen in. I'm attacking d1. Castle queenside because the bishop is now pinned. So I'm threatening rook takes d2 as well. Which would be darn near fatal if I got that in. So white plays king over. Ooh, this is looking very good for me, guys. Rook d3. I'm going to play by instinct here. White's under the gun. I'm just going to double up. I could have played bishop takes e3, actually. That was possible. But I think it's just possible. Okay, there's queen takes c4, but now that's going to be good for me. Let's do this. Yep, queen takes c4. Let's take. Okay. So just cashing in. Give a check first. Just see where that king goes. Pin. Yep, looks just winning. Could play rook takes e3. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to go for this. Let's take. And maybe now pin. Yeah, I actually could have done that last move. For some reason, I thought white had knight, rook c3, but this just wins. All right. Take. We like free material. And they resign. All right. Hey, got to 6.5, guys. That is my best Titled Tuesday score in a long time. I think that ties my top Titled Tuesday score. Yeah, I don't think I've ever scored more than 6.5. So, cool. Yeah. We got a bit of a gift point in the last round because my opponent played ridiculously, meeting e4 with g5 and then meeting d4 with d5. But this was a good game. I think white just got overextended. And they kind of lost the thread around here. Knight e5, probably not that great of a move. I think white could have just played a3 instead. So, thank you, Suspect Agent, for the 100 bits. Let's see if we can scope out a critical game if Mkhitaryan's still playing. Oh, they made a draw. So, Mkhitaryan wins the tournament. Congratulations to Mkhitaryan. We'll watch to the end of the event here. Aryan Tari just beat Shakhriyar Mamedyarov. Strong young player from Norway here. I've actually played him in a tournament before, many years ago in Iceland. So well done to him. Zavin, Chessmood. Do you guys know if they drew pretty quickly on the top board? Or was it a fight? Thank you, Joel Skill. Thanks, Forenth. MC Newton, appreciate that. Thanks, Johan. Bob Marley died, thank you. Twitch Beast, Kiplos. Thanks, 11 Sean. Do you get a GM norm for that? I wish. I wish. It would have been right around the amount of points you would need for a GM norm, 6.5 out of 9. Yeah, thanks again, Sidetracked Owl and Perchik as well. James. Chessy Bus. Innovative Panda. Thanks for the Team Scandies. That was fun. That tournament felt real natural. I mean, I think there was only one game where I was pretty severely struggling on the clock, which was the game against Ergassi, the Indian Grandmaster, where I was playing white in the Queen's Gambit, or the triangle system. This is a funny conclusion to this game, by the way. Black got there just a little before white did. Oh, black queen and white didn't even take the queen. Checkmate. I'm sorry to hear that there's potential controversy. I hope that's not the case. You always hope tournaments are decided fairly. Thanks, Dan the Skyman. Says your time management has come a long way. Appreciate that. It's something I'm constantly working on. Seriously, it's been the monkey on my back for quite a while. So, if I just play natural and I trust my instincts for the most part, 90-95% of the time, I have good results usually. It's when I get in my own head and I start second-guessing my moves that I struggle. Okay, white is demonstrating the draw here with a bishop versus a rook. You can actually head for the opposite color corner of your bishop. And there's no way to crack this despite how passive this is. This is something in 100 endgames you must know. Again, 50% off on Chessable through tomorrow. White doesn't have much time, though. Very easy to blunder here with no time. Because this is not completely trivial. Like, you still have to have your wits about you here as white. Oh. King c6. Okay, this is dangerous because white's barely stopping the back rank mate. I think white's going to lose this. Oh, maybe not. Okay, I was looking at that time. White's been let off the back rank. Yeah, it's still fine. Oh, I really thought they were going to lose after king c6. Now they're good again. Now their king is a ways away from the corner of the board, which, again, the corner was fine, but it's just tricky. Back towards the center. Okay. Oh, white. Oh. They were so close to losing on time there. I think white's lagging a little bit as well. Oh. I would have laid you odds that white would have lost that at that moment. Oh, but white saved the draw. Impressive. Oh, man. Yeah, there's drama happening with this title Tuesday with some of the top streamers. Yeah, again, don't like to hear that. But again, this tournament is often a lightning rod for that sort of thing. But congratulations to Mickey Tarian and second place Aryan Tari. So the Taris really had their way in this tournament, first and second. And Zavin Chessmood is in third. Shout out to Zavin, by the way. I've talked with him a little bit. Very nice guy. So cool to see him get third. And thank you guys for the railing here. Sweating my tournament result. 6.5 out of 9. I'm happy. So appreciate it. And once again, if you want to follow me a little more actively, you can follow this channel. And I also have a YouTube channel, if you weren't aware. Go check that out. It's linked below. And I'm trying to post more often on both because we all have a lot of time on our hands right now, right? So no time better than now to make chess content. Embrace chess as the ultimate indoor game, sometimes outdoor game, but ostensibly an indoor game. Yes, check out Chessable if you haven't already. There's a lot of free resources on there, free and paid courses. It's a great platform for learning chess. Hope you'll check it out. And once again, appreciate all your support, guys. I'm going to head out now. It's a beautiful day here. I'm going to try to go for a little bit of a run. And be well, guys. I'll see you all again soon. Bye. Whoop. False alarm. Let's try that again. Bye, guys.